Good evening friends. Today's date is 16 August 2021 and our today's topic is polymorphism in Java. Let's before we starting the topic, my name is Yogi. Introduce myself. My name is Yogesh Raut. And we have to start our today's topic, polymorphism. Before we starting the polymorphism, we have to discuss about something on the back side of starting of polymorphism concept. Means in Java is a pure object oriented programming language. We know there are four pillars of the OOPS concept in the Java, and it is most important features to Java. It can gives reusability, flexibility, security also, and enhancements and accessibility and security. And then we have to see about that four pillars of OOPS concepts. First one is polymorphism. Second one is inheritance. Third one is encapsulation. Fourth one is abstractions. There are some features of OOPS. There are some features means in the polymorphism, like overloading concept is not accessible by using by polymorphism, but it can be accessible by using abstraction. It can be accessible in abstraction class. Then we have to know about some polymorphism. We know poly means many and forms. Poly means many and forms means there are multiple forms. And this is also known as polymorphism. Polymorphism is a concept by which we can perform a single task in a different way. That is also known as polymorphism. When a single entity like object behaves differently in a different cases, it called as polymorphism. We have to know about the if a single object shows the multiple forms or multiple behaviors, it is called as polymorphism. And there are two types of polymorphism. One is static polymorphisms and the second one is dynamic polymorphism. Static polymorphism is also known as compile time polymorphism, and dynamic polymorphism is also known as runtime polymorphism. We have to know about the compile time polymorphisms, like a static polymorphism. A polymorphism where objects binding with the methods happens at a compile time is called as static polymorphism or compile time polymorphism. Means the methods and objects can be binding together at a compile times. It is also known as static and compile time polymorphisms. In a static polymorphism, the behavior of a method is decided at a compile time based on the parameters or arguments of the methods. Then we have to know about how to achieve the implementation of static polymorphism. Static polymorphism can be achieved by the methods overloading. An example of compile time polymorphism are constructor overloading and the method overriding. And then then what is the method overloading? This is also known as concept of polymorphism. There are two types of methods. One is method overloading and second one is method overriding. Second one is overriding. Method overloading is the class possible achieve within the only single class, and overriding is method overriding is in the subclasses by inheriting overriding. Then we have to discuss about the compiler differentiate between the methods in the compile time polymorphism. During the compilation, the Java compiler differentiate multiple methods having the same name by their signatures. This is also known as method overloading. In single method name is single and the parameters are different within the class is also known as method overloading. Then we have to know about the runtime polymorphism, and runtime polymorphism is also known as the dynamic polymorphism. Polymorphisms where objects binding with the methods happens at a runtimes is called as runtime polymorphism. In a runtime polymorphism, the behavior of the methods is decided at a runtime. Means in the compile time they can check at the compile time, but in the methods overriding, like a runtime polymorphism is also decided at the runtime polymorphism. Means their behaviors of a method is decided at runtimes. This who is decided? The JVM can be binds the methods with the binds the methods calls at the with the methods definition body at a runtime and invokes the relevant methods during the runtime. Defining the body at runtimes. When the method is called, this happens because objects are created at runtimes and the methods is called using an object of the class. Then how the means their achievements or implementations of the dynamic polymorphism in Java. We can achieve the dynamic and runtime polymorphism can be achieved by methods overriding in Java. What is the overriding? Overriding is a concept or second methods in the polymorphism. Means method overriding can be method name same and the parameters are also same but in different classes. In different classes is also known as user relationship of like inheritance. This is the achievement of the methods overriding. Then how it is the it is possible at runtime polymorphism by data members Java? It is not possible because we cannot implement runtime polymorphism by data members in the Java. Then what is the difference between the what are the difference between the compile time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism? There are three main differences between compile time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism that are as follows. In compile time polymorphisms, the behavior of methods is decided at a compile time. The behavior of the methods is decided at compile times, and the Java compilers can bind the methods calls with the method definition at a compilations. Means and in this scenario, the JVM can check their arguments at compile times. It is correct or not, or their signatures are same or not. If their signatures of methods and the object creations are different, then it will give the compile time error. This is also known as compile time polymorphism. The second one is compile time polymorphism is also known as early binding. Means another name is also known as early binding because they are perform in the compile times. Means it can show the early the errors or any the signatures of methods in during the compile times. The runtime polymorphism are known as late binding because the binding is performed at runtime. First one is early binding is also known as compile time. But when we check the signature of the parameters, arguments and their objects at runtime, it will binding to the objects and the methods by in the runtime. This is also known as late bindings. Means it can check only at the time of runtimes. The compile time in a polymorphism can be achieved is the method overloading, but the runtime can be achieved in the method overriding. And then what is the binding? What is the binding concept in the polymorphism? Let's we have know the connecting the methods calls and the method definition is known as methods binding. The methods calls and methods definition at binding together, linking together, connecting together, like connection between the methods calls and the definitions is also known as binding in Java. What are the types of binding in Java? Static binding and dynamic binding. Static binding is a early binding and dynamic binding is a late binding. Static binding in Java, the binding that happens during the compilations is called as static binding in Java. The binding is resolved at the compile time by the compiler. Then how the Java compilers perform static binding and the this is most important questions to the question is the Java compiler just check with the methods is going to be called as through the reference variables and the methods definition exist or not. This is also known as static binding. It does not check the type of object to which particular reference variable is pointing it. This is why then why static binding is also called as early binding. Previously we know we check the static binding is also called as early binding, because it takes place before the program runs. Means when executing the before executing the program, it can check, means early. Then this is, and second one is dynamic. Dynamic is also opposite of the late early binding, because it can check at the runtime, means after the execution of the programs. This is also known as polymorphism, also known as polyom. This we have to take two examples of methods overloading and methods overriding. Let's first one we see the example of methods overloading. First one is class A. In the methods in bracket sum, in bracket int A and int B. In bracket we can take the sort options syntax and take some operations between the in the syntax. Let's A plus B, and we can inherit this class to the we can sorry, we can take another methods with the same name and the different parameters. Means method name same, and we take there are three parameters of that methods: integer A, integer B, and we suppose we can take float C, and we can pass then take in curly braces C sort operation, C sort syntax, and we can perform the operation between this syntax A plus B plus C, and we can create one object of class A. Then class A objects we can create class A is equal A is equal to someone addition, A addition is equal to new addition parameter complete a semicolon. At this scenario we can pass the value to that methods. First one is A dot sum, and in bracket it will invoke or pass the value to that methods by as per the parameters parameter pass declare into the first method and second method. First one methods we can pass the two integers value, and another parameters we can pass the three values. First one is integer, second one is integer, third one is float, and then we can call to this methods sum. At this scenario the method one call first parameter of the two integers, it will call to the first methods, and the second one is called to the second methods because at this scenario the third one is value is float. Then it will can call to the three parameters of that methods. Then all the performations can be executed. In this scenario, suppose we have also take two parameters of the same methods, it will use the compile time polymorphisms, compile time errors, because the same method and the same method name and the same arguments, it cannot be possible in the overloading. Let's we have to see the overriding. What is overriding? Then we have to take overriding can be method name is same and the parameters are also same, then but in different classes. We can take class A in bracket and take one methods sum and curly braces int A int B, and second one this class can be extended to the another class class to class B, and same method name and same parameters, and we can call to these methods also. At this scenario we can create only one object, and we can call to the class B methods, and when we call to the B class objects, then it will call to the class A also, class A of object also, because class A can inherit to class B also. In this scenario we can pass the two values, it can pass to both values to the both methods, but their operations can be different, or our executions are also different, but calling at once by using one object. This is also known as methods overriding. Let's our today's session is completed, and Thank you.